Hello.
All right.
Hello. Welcome, everybody.
What is up, everybody?
What is up? My name is Sean.
My name is Josh.
Welcome to Luan Luan Lai.
Yeah.
Or Triple L, as we affectionately like to call it.
Yep.
Affectionately like to call it.
Luan Luan Lai, yeah. So I guess before we start, we want to wish you guys a happy new year. Happy 2021. We finally made it through 2020.
Wow.
You know, and
A miracle in itself.
I know, right? It's like I feel I can't even remember most of what happened this year.
Oh, did this year happen?
Yeah.
It happened.
I think it happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
What if like if we count down, right, and then the clock just goes to like 32nd December 2020.
Oh.
Yeah, like the year doesn't end.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Never thought that. That's so, that's like some Nolan stuff.
I know, right?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it felt like I was in one of those, those like, where they keep you in there and then you fall asleep for like cryo chamber or something. Yeah. I think I felt like I was in a cryo chamber for a whole year. That kind of feeling.
You wake up and then you just continue where you left off. Right?
Yeah, correct. Oh, okay. Well, here we are. Happy New Year, 2021.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about Triple L. Let's talk about Luan Luan Lai.
Yeah.
What is it?
How did it come about? So I guess like so Sean and I, we've been friends for a couple of years now, and we
are now French.
Yes. Sorry. It's post-lunch food coma.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah. But anyway, so we've been friends for a while, and every time we talk, we have this banter. It's, I don't know, the people around us just like crack up laughing. I mean, we laugh ourselves, like at ourselves. Yeah. And I thought, why don't we start a podcast? I think what we talk about is pretty entertaining, at least to us. At least two people on the earth find it funny.
Then we can, once we record, we can ourselves listen.
Yeah.
And then we can laugh.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the point of this podcast.
Yeah, maybe no one is going to listen to us except us.
Yeah.
And that's
fine. That'll be fine.
That's fine.
That'll be fine.
Totally worth the effort.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I thought I was very inspired by another podcast called Yala But. By Haresh and Terence from Ministry of Funny, and I really love their podcast.
Shout out.
So shout out if you guys are listening. Really inspired by you guys and what you guys do, and so you are partly the reason why we have this podcast.
Wow. You could say they are our mother and father.
Mother and father.
Is it?
Okay,
that's a bit.
Yeah,
that's a bit pushing it, huh?
Yeah, they are
a bit too desperate.
Yeah,
like we are desperate often.
Yeah.
Please
adopt us, Haresh and Terence. Well, Terence just had a kid.
Oh, congrats!
Yeah, and so we really like what they did, and we thought, hey, it'd be a good idea for us to kind of try that out. I think mainly we just want to just have fun talking about not anything. Talking about nonsense, and hopefully there are other people who like what we talk about, and funny also lah,
Yeah.
And then we can, I guess, build a community and just have fun lah. Ultimately, this is just to have fun.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Luan Luan Lai means it's a Hokkien word. It means anyhow come. Luan Luan Lai, like anyhow do lah.
Anyhow.
Luan Luan Lai lah. Yeah. So in a way. Not to say we are anyhow doing this, but maybe we are actually.
Yeah, mostly actually.
Trying to pretend to look like we are not anyhow doing it, but actually we are.
Yeah.
Totally. So that name just really sums up our personalities. And one day we were just playing mahjong, right? Then I don't know why I do this when I'm thinking. I sometimes just like, hey, Luan Luan Lai whore, like just try to speak Hokkien in like an American accent,
There is a story behind that, right? Like you had a friend who was...
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe I'll talk more about that later.
Okay, sounds good.
Stay tuned. Yeah. Suspense.
I mean, we got to keep people interested, right? Because I'm pretty sure, but at this point, like most people have already tuned out.
Yeah.
But anyway...
If you're still here,
thank
congratulations.
you. Yeah. So I guess this being the pilot episode and the first episode for 2021, I don't know, Sean, any like New Year's resolution?
I think one thing is I am trying to stay off alcohol.
Very nice.
Yeah,
You sound
try
like
to-
you're an alcoholic. You were an alcoholic.
Oh, well, I've been clean for a couple of weeks.
Nice.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
I was never an alcoholic, just to put it out there, you know. Not that you guys are judgmental at all.
Of
you know,
course,
the
yeah.
public is never judgmental.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is, yeah.
You know, things like cancel culture and woke culture, they're not real.
They're not real, yeah.
Yeah. So why would I be afraid of saying I'm an alcoholic? But I'm not. I'm really not. I love stout. I love beer. And I know it's really hard to stay away from these things, especially in festive seasons, New Year's
Yeah,
seasons.
man. How do you do it, man? Like Christmas, everyone is drinking at least, wine or something.
Yeah,
So how do you stay off it?
I just pretend that the water I'm drinking is gin and tonic.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it looks about the same anyway. Maybe I'll just pop a cherry in.
Yeah.
Oh, pop a cherry. I didn't mean it.
Let's not go there.
Let's not go there. Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
try to keep things
Yeah,
PG.
I mean, I'll just place a red fruit upon my cup of water.
Yes.
To make it look like a gin and tonic.
Well, I mean, you with or without alcohol, you behave the same way. So I mean,
Yeah.
there's no difference to anyone else, lah, right?
It's
So-
true. It's just that with
Yeah.
alcohol, I evaporate a bit faster.
It's true.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's my New Year resolution. What about you, man?
Actually, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm not even done with 2020. Like this year has just gone by so fast, and I really have no plans for next year, man. I don't even know what's gonna happen. Like whether I know we're gonna travel
Yeah.
or go on holiday. But I don't know. I think I
Yeah.
just stay sane. I think
Stay sane. That's a good resolution.
Yeah, I think what 2020 taught me was to really value friendships. I mean, with
Yeah.
circuit breaker and phase 1, phase 2, like it was so hard to meet people, and you become a bit more intentional with the people that you meet.
Yeah.
And so I think for 2021, I just want to be more, and keep up with the level of intentionality, if that's
Yeah,
a word.
definitely.
With friends and with people, and yeah, I think beyond money and beyond career, I think for me at least, I think relationships are one of the things that really fill my emotional what's that word I'm looking for?
Tank?
I don't know.
Love tank? I don't know.
Love tank.
Ooh.
It sounds like a reality TV
Yeah,
series.
yeah. It's like a mix of Love Island and
Yeah,
Shark
yeah.
Tank.
Love
Tank.
What if Love Tank is like a series where you pitch? Okay, not PG anymore.
You pitch yourself, is it? What?
You pitch
No.
yourself, or you pitch. Okay, I'm going to phrase it this way: you pitch peripherals that help couples in the bedroom.
Yeah, help them with their love
Love
life.
life.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just gonna phrase it that way,
The
yeah.
sharks in the no more shark.
No shot, lah. No
Yeah.
shot. Just
So
love
just
tank.
loves. Yeah.
Yeah, coming soon. Okay, anyway. Love tank. But yeah, anyway, back to my point. I think relationships make me feel the most fulfilled. So yeah, I think that's what I want to do for next year, just to stay intentional.
So you mean money is not the most important thing, man, in
No
life?
lah.
Huh? No.
Yeah, because when you have friends, right, then you just live off them.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Right? If you have good friends, they won't mind you coming for free food.
Correct. And
Using the aircon, their shower, their water heater.
what you're saying is easy to manipulate for
Exactly.
money,
For
for
money.
monetary gain.
Exactly. That's
So
the
there we
whole
have
point.
it. The whole point of friendships is money.
Money. Manipulation.
Manipulation.
There we go.
Manipulation. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a great resolution. I love Friends too. Yeah.
You
I
mean
hope-
the TV show? Or?
TV show okay lah.
Okay, yeah. I never watched Friends because I think it was beyond. It was not my
Pre
generation.
us, is
Pre my generation.
Actually, it was my generation.
generation?
Yeah,
Okay.
I really like Chandler because he's like really sarcastic,
Right.
and sarcastic people are a source of inspiration for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the show itself, okay lah. Not really into laugh tracks.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay, yeah.
Like
That's
they're telling
sitcom.
you how to react, right?
Conditioning your brain to
Yeah,
laugh at
correct.
something that's not funny.
Yeah, lor.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
people laugh, must be funny. Maybe we should add a laugh track here.
Yeah.
Don't have another.
Okay, we're in post lah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Maybe that's the only way that people can be conditioned to find us funny.
Yeah, true. We need to tell you how to react. We need to tell you how to live, tell your heart how to feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess,
Okay.
moving on to what we
Yeah.
want to talk about today. I think because we talked about Luan Luan Lai, right?
Luan,
and I
yes.
guess it's a very Singaporean thing. And just so you know, if you're not from Singapore, we are Singaporeans.
We're from Singapore, yes.
Yes,
It's not
and-
in China.
Yes, it is not. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, we want to talk about Singapore and I guess what we love and maybe not love so much about Singapore.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah,
Let's talk about what do we love first? What do we like?
Let's start on a positive
What do we
note.
enjoy? On a positive note. Then we can end with all the mean stuff.
The mean stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. I guess it's the more funnier stuff. Like.
It's the stuff that matters. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So Sean, what do you like about Singapore culture?
I think first of all, I love that everyone knows the song "This Is Home." Truly, I think that's truly magnificent. Then again, you could say there's a lot of pop songs that everyone knows also.
True.
Right? Like everyone knows. What's a pop song? I don't listen to pop.
Baby by Justin Bieber. I don't know.
Baby. Yeah. So, I think that's awesome. And this is not like you could say like a world famous pop song or anything that everyone should know how to sing. But every Singaporean knows it. I hope so lah. I mean, I think so lah.
I think so. Which truly is a testament to our Singapore education system.
Yes.
And I mean, all the national songs are propaganda lah, right?
Well, yeah, in a way lah.
But I think it's also a testament to the songwriters lah. It's a really good song, I must say, right? I mean, it's not Radiohead or Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah.
But it's a great song.
Wait, who sang it again? Who wrote it or sang it?
I have no idea who wrote it.
Okay, someone. I know it was a lady. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
A lady sang it, but maybe it's
someone else wrote it.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna flame in the comments. Anyway,
if you know who wrote the song, please let us know.
Yeah, please let us know.
But yeah, I mean, because we were all taught this song in
primary school, right?
Primary, secondary school.
Yeah.
You know, and like on Mambo Night, not Mambo Night, sorry. Mambo Nights, I think close to National Day at Zouk. I do miss Mambo Nights. They do play this and it's like super feels everyone like
like patriotism and all that, right?
Everyone's like half drunk and like singing this song and they're shouting their hearts out. But yeah, I think the song is
it's a pretty good song. It's a pretty good song. Yeah. What about you? What else do you like about
Singapore culture? I mean, I'm a foodie lah, so I have to talk about the food.
The food.
There have been memes going around about how like Malaysia always says they have better food, and I guess in some ways they do have better food.
No, yes.
Shout out to our Malaysian fans.
To our Malaysian fans and friends.
Yeah. But I think food in Singapore does bind us together in a lot of ways. I mean, even in a hawker center, there is food from various races, right?
Yeah.
There is
various,
always usually
ethnicities.
Yeah. Malay food stall. Then there will be
Western. Everywhere has a Western.
Yeah. Then mostly Chinese food, and then Indian Muslim food and all that.
And then sometimes this Italian place like in a random.
Or some like fancy someone who's trying to make some fancy wonton mee.
Fancy wonton mee. And then one Impossible Burger place or something. I don't know. Impossible Patty place. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think I love that we are so multicultural, and that we have access to so much food that we all love lah. I think sometimes even if you go to other metropolitan cities, I think the locals there might not necessarily like food from other ethnicities. But I think the beauty about Singapore is that we mostly, and I mean, this is from my experience lah, right? We mostly enjoy food from all races.
Yeah, almost everyone eats almost anything here. Right.
And so I think that's what I love about our culture. And I love that we all love food. And I mean, the thing about Singapore is also, there's not very much to do sometimes. Yeah. Most times. I mean,
except eat, is it?
Except eat, right? I mean,
and then see the Esplanade.
That's basically it, right? And when I was dating my wife, my now wife, right?
Yeah.
I got really fat because the only thing we could do on dates was meat. Eat, right?
And so we meet lah. You meet and then you eat. Eat meat,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So I mean,
that's true.
Food really is what I love about Singapore.
Yeah, actually, just now I said almost everyone eats almost anything. The first person I thought about was my wife actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because she if you were to create a list of the things that she does eat, right? It's quite short lah. It's quite short, yeah. Yes. And she always says, I'm not picky. I just know what I want. Yeah lah, knowing what you want, and then that's picking lah, right? That's picking,
true.
picking and choosing. But yeah. So I don't think I would not consider her like a foodie per se. But she's pretty picky. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I guess maybe not every Singaporean.
Maybe not everyone. Yeah.
But maybe most. I don't know.
Most. Yeah, I eat to live. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And anything else?
I think the other weird thing I was thinking about, the other cool thing that I think everyone, I don't know if everyone appreciates lah, is things like Singlish and the way we pronounce things and the way we talk.
Yeah.
It's really pretty unique. I mean, yes, like places like Malaysia would have a bit of it. Maybe around Southeast Asia, well, I don't know. Only Malaysia, right? Probably.
I think Malaysia would be the closest to how we speak, I think.
Some parts of Indonesia, maybe, I don't know. But mostly in Singapore, we speak basically for our international friends. Singapore, we speak something called Singlish, which is basically Singaporean English. How we are speaking right now is kind of semi-Singlish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The intonation, the melody, semi-Singlish, right? You know, these kind of things. They're not things that they're not how the British would speak or the Americans would speak
or anyone else.
Or anyone else. Yeah. So it's like and we seem to speak English, and we pronounce things in a certain way that is really unique, I find. And of course, the English teachers out there will be like, no, don't praise this kind of thing. But to me, like, okay, sorry, like, it's part of what makes this, makes us all so unique, right? Like, they say things like McDonald's becomes like man honor, you know? You want to go man honor or not? Man honor. Man honor. It's just too lazy to enunciate the D's in there.
Yeah.
McDonald's. Like man honor. It's like shortcut lah. Your tongue don't need to go so far.
It almost just comes out in one like.
Yeah, it's a very seamless man honor. Yeah, it just flows out of you. So I think in a lot of ways kapak. Ego kapak, not the car park or the car park. Kapak. What else?
On that McDonald note, right? I remember, I think I was younger, and I was ordering breakfast, right? And so I ordered the big breakfast, and then the lady at the counter shouts to the back of the kitchen, one big breakfast.
One big
breakfast.
One big breakfast. Then a small later, is it?
Yeah, big one. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, not really. Yeah, but that has kind of stayed in my long-term memory.
Oh my god.
For maybe not the best reasons.
Yeah. Or like there's the vanilla ice cream. Yeah. I mean, just things like that. Somehow we can understand it.
Right. I think we hear it so many times that it just becomes ingrained.
We become very good at Singlish.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we are Singaporean. We have to be quite good at Singlish.
Yes.
Otherwise,
we get ostracized. For being too atas.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. And then it'll be like, who you think you are?
Yeah.
Huh? You. I was going to say some school name, but never mind. Better refrain.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, like we sometimes even create certain words where, well, not that it doesn't exist, but it's not the proper word, and then we use it like thief becomes like stealer.
Stealer.
Stealer. Like, I mean, but it makes sense, right? I steal your thing, so I'm the stealer lah.
Yeah.
That means it makes you the stealy
so
lah.
wait, there's no, so the thief and the thiefy.
Yeah, the thief and the thiefy.
No, wait. So there's no such word as steal. Okay,
I don't know.
Google. Let me Google.
Yeah, just do a quick Google.
Is there a word?
Oh my gosh,
there is a word called stealer.
There is.
Okay,
it's more of a. You sheep stealer, okay.
Like a something stealer, right?
Okay.
You wife,
like a baseball
stealer. Oh yeah,
a baseball term, right, or something.
Yeah, it's also a baseball term. But I guess
so it is a word.
It is a word, but I guess most people don't say stealer lah. They say thief, right?
Yes, like you make a police report. Hey, yesterday a stealer come into my house.
Yeah. So funny, stealer. I mean, it doesn't sound
stealer.
right lah. But
it doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound right, but I guess
it is. I mean, technically it's right.
Technically it's right.
Yeah.
Just
but I mean,
funny.
Also the way it's pronounced as well, like stealer.
STEW. Stealer.
Yeah. Killer. You got hear the band the Killers or not? Yeah, Killer. I cue you.
The cue.
Yeah. Hey, where's the cue? Can you cue the cue? Like.
Yeah, I think I wonder why we pronounce things like that. I think
kill and cue.
is it probably influenced by the dialects? I mean,
Probably, I think so.
I guess us Chinese would be influenced by certain Chinese words, and maybe people in the Malay community or the Indian community, would be influenced by their own language lah, and then they just borrow sounds.
Right. And manners of pronunciation, right? Yeah.
Two different.
So they just apply, for example, the Malay method of pronouncing this word, or this combination of letters into English. And then maybe it becomes stewler for some reason. Actually, a stewler could also be someone who bakes stew, right? A stewler. Yeah.
A master, like an expert in the beef stew would be a master beef stewler.
Yeah, master beef stewler. Yeah. Correct. Yes. Yeah, and I guess that also brings us to the whole uniqueness of this melting pot of languages, of cultures.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I wouldn't say it's unique to Singapore, but here it's definitely a lot more apparent than many other places, even though there are also melting pots. Yeah. So there's Hokkien. Here we have, we speak English mainly, I guess, and Mandarin. And then I'm saying this for our international friends, hoping we got international audience. If
hopefully,
if not, then never mind. Just
bear with us if not.
Yeah. And then there's Hokkien, there's Cantonese, there's all these various things. There's Malay, there's Hindi, right?
Tamil,
there's Tamil. And a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Did I mention English? Mm-hmm. Yeah, English.
Yes,
English.
English.
There's English as well.
Yeah.
In case you. Oh. I wonder what's that. Okay.
All right.
But I think there are also some things that about Singapore culture that's not, I guess, the most pleasant.
Yeah.
Right? What do you think?
Yeah. I don't know, like kiasu lah. I mean, everyone knows. Kiasuism, right? And I guess if you don't know what kiasu is, if you break it up into the word, kia is afraid, scared, right? And su is lose lah.
Yeah.
To lose.
Afraid to lose.
Afraid to lose, right? Yeah. And so
it's so embedded in our culture, right? This kiasu thing.
Yeah, and I mean, it permeates in every part of our society, I think.
That's true.
Where be it like grades, where in school where you a lot of Singaporeans are quite competitive.
Yeah.
When you have kids and then you have to make sure that your kid gets into the right school, and you have to volunteer in a specific school to try to get a placement for your child, and
that's true.
Yeah, I think it's a whole rat race thing, lah.
Yeah.
And I guess that kind of spirit did get us to where we are today as a country with our successes, I would say.
Yeah.
Right. That competitive edge and so I think we can't deny that lah. That has helped us. But I think in a lot of parts of society, in our culture, in our collective psyche, I think it can be detrimental in some ways lah.
Yeah, I think there's a spectrum. I mean, honestly, I feel like there's always a spectrum, right, where either end is an extreme, almost. Mm-hmm. And I think we've kind of taken the not wanting to lose to an extreme, where I would say a healthy sweet spot perhaps would be being driven to succeed. For sure, that's a good thing, right? But when taken to extreme, it breeds almost an environment of comparison, which isn't healthy, because comparison, what it does is that it kind of makes you feel like you're not enough, kind of thing. Even though that may drive you to high performance, but at the end of the day, like, you're just dying a little bit inside every time. You're comparing yourself to somebody who isn't you, and they can never be you, and you can never be them. And whether it's using grades or a gauge of like wealth, or a gauge of what else is there? How much discount you got on this product as compared to how much discount I got it or got for it, things like that. I mean, sometimes this kind of thing also want to compare lah, right? So
that's funny.
So I think like there is, I guess this is one thing that annoys me, I guess, about Singapore culture. Even though on one hand it had some advantages, But then it seems to have been taken to an extreme where everything becomes a competition.
Yeah, correct.
So I think it's about finding that sweet spot again. Or like, at least it's good. I would like to ask myself, like, how do I get to that healthy point of the spectrum? You know what I mean? As opposed to just feeling like I'm never enough. Feeling like I can never be like this, my friend. I can never be as tall as him. I can never be as tall as him.
I can never be as skinny as him.
Yeah. So I mean that's just one of the things
Yeah, I mean it's like like you said, a spectrum, and once you go all the way to the other side, you do get an edge, competitive edge on things. But it will be at the expense of something else, lah. Like you say, not feeling good enough, or feeling enough. Your mental health, emotional health. There's an expense on that, lah.
Yeah, correct.
So
and you never come to a place of fully accepting who you are, and like this is kind of like this is who you're meant to be now. Like if and in this season, it may be that like in another season in the future, you might be as wealthy as this guy, but this is who you are now. And I think it's important that we accept that in our season right now, this is what we're supposed to be, lah. Unless of course. Yeah, you're actually not where you're supposed to be, which like if you're a murderer or whatever. I would think that's
a murderer or a killer.
A killer or a stealer. That's not who you're supposed to be right now. I think we need a cane now.
We need a cane, yeah.
Sometimes some people need a
talking about cane, right? I mean, since we're talking about Singapore culture, actually one thing I think maybe versus Western cultures, I think Singapore, and maybe just an Asian thing lah. But talking about Singapore, I think a lot of our parents do cane us, right? I think maybe now people are not doing it, but I think a lot of our parents' generation they did kind of discipline us with the cane. And I think that's, I don't know, man. I guess I personally appreciated that. I don't know about you.
I think it's quite a polarizing topic, right? Like, it's either you're like pro it or like anti it. I don't know if I've met anyone who is like a semi-pro caner or caney in this case. I think the other day I was not the other day. I thought like I was gonna say the other day I was in LA. It's like as if you
just came back.
I go there every week. And the other day I was in LA. Okay. When I was in LA a couple of years ago, I was just talking to the cab driver, and he was just talking about how it's so easy to report your parents for child abuse if you get caned there, and it's almost normal to or an expectation that parents should not cane or use corporal punishment against their kids. And I was pretty shocked at the time. I was like, and usually the kids will win these cases when they report their parents for child abuse. So I was kind of shocked, obviously because we grew up with it. I personally, have been thrashed multiple times, but deservedly.
I think most times we deserve
most of the time Sometimes we're just minding our own. No, I'm kidding. But I think it has definitely changed who I am, and in a good way. I feel like it has instilled discipline. It has instilled a healthy kind of fear of punishment. You know what I mean? It's like my parents try and get me from point A to point B. And if rewards doesn't get me there, if their love and their affection and their cajoling doesn't get me there, and they know point B is good for me, they have to get me there somehow, right? And I guess they have to resort to something else, i.e. caning. And it got me there. Whatever there was, parents, I guess you would know where you want your child to be, what kind of person they want to become. And sometimes the soft approach may not be effective, depending on the personality of your child. I think I've known people who have never been caned in their lives, and still turn out good because good for them, they're not the sort that needs to touch fire to know it's hot kind of thing. But if love and the soft approach doesn't get you there, then and the hard approach will, I think it's the pros outweigh the cons, even though it's painful in that moment, even though it seems like child abuse, but it's all because the parents know that point B is where your child needs to be. and bo pian lor.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
What does bo pian law mean? Just for the benefit of our non-Singlish listeners.
Right, bo pian law. Bo pian means no choice. Bo is no, pian is like choice, right? I guess. Law is just a Singlish suffix that we add to to things that we just like to add law. Yeah. Also because we here very just follow law one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are law-abiding citizens.
We are very law-abiding. Yeah.
But on a note, I want to say I think ultimately the goal in raising a child, I think it's to have them be aware of consequences, right?
Yeah.
And so, there are positive consequences to your actions, but there are also negative ones. So I think, for like you said, for some kids, they do require punishment, and that punishment is just a consequence of their actions, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's, I think if you can bring up your child in a healthy way, then I guess that would be something that your child would understand, consequences, right? Not really about getting beat up or anything, but
Again, extremes, right?
Extremes,
the spectrum, right? Yeah.
So I guess not really a exclusive to Singapore thing, but I thought it was something cool. I mean, something I wanted to bring up.
Very good topic to talk about, I think.
Yeah.
Spare the rod and spoil the child. I believe in that.
Yes.
Honestly. Yeah.
Is that in the Bible?
It
is,
I
right?
think so. I think it might be in Proverbs.
Right.
I don't know for sure. I think so.
Yeah.
Or at least a paraphrase.
Something.
Yeah. The Bible paraphrase what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant the other way around. Wow. Blasphemy.
I hope we don't get struck by lightning later tonight. Let's move on to anything else about Singapore culture.
I think those are the distinct things. What do you guys think? Like if you guys are watching, just let us know in the comments. What are some of the things that you love or annoys you about Singaporean culture? And maybe we'll talk about that as well in the next couple episodes.
Yeah, and so you had a story you wanted to share, right? About
So we were talking Singlish, since we're on Singlish and all that. The other day when I was in California again, Okay, so another trip. I have a friend named Grant, or if in Singapore you call it Grant. Yeah. Grant. So my friend Grant so he was hearing us speak to one another, my wife and I, a couple of friends from Singapore who went over to California, and then he was so intrigued by Singlish. He was like, "What are you guys saying? I can't understand you. I can't understand what you're saying." Yeah. And then we're telling him, "Oh, this is Singlish. This is Singaporean English. This is what we speak here. And we use things like law, blah blah blah. The basics of Singlish, which you guys probably are masters of by now." And he was like, "Yeah, teach it to me. Teach me Singlish. I want to learn how to speak Singlish." And then so I told him, like, the very first thing you got to do is Singlish is all about efficiency, right? In a lot of ways, like McDonald's is McDonald's. Like effort to outcome is a very healthy ratio. So you just use as little effort as possible to get as much substance communicated as possible. So one thing that happens is, of course, we pronounce things lazily, but we also speak quite quickly compared to Americans. So I just told him, like, the first thing you have to do is try and speak quickly. Because I noticed, maybe, I don't know if it's respective to states, but at least in California, sometimes they speak kind of slowly. Like, they're really nice, but this is the pace of where they talk.
Like, on a high.
Yeah, like almost like a question mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I'm not asking a question. Yeah. So that's the pace, and I just told him, like, just pick up the pace. So if you just imagine, it's like, hello, my name is Grant, and I'm talking. He's just like trying to talk really quickly in his American accent. Like at the end of the day, it sounds nothing like Singlish. But I told him, okay, good job, huh? Yeah, not too bad. I honestly, I don't think I can do it. Like, sure. What do you want to eat, huh? What do you want to eat, huh? That kind of thing. Yeah, like.
I love it.
Then he has to think for a while to kind of like prepare his sentence so that he can say it quickly enough to make it sound Singlishy to him, Singlishy, and then add a la at the end or something like that. Yeah, what do you want to eat, huh? This is really good, lah. This is really nice, lore, things like that. Yeah, so it sounded really funny.
No, I think one thing I've noticed about Caucasians, or I guess anyone who hasn't heard Singlish before, I think what's tough is to figure out when to use la, le,
Yeah.
law,
True.
ho, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of the hardest. And
Yeah,
I think if you search up online, there's like people writing up about it and
Yeah.
the rules of when to use what.
Huh.
But I think it's not as easy to pick up just by listening, lah. I think I think you have to kind of
You have to be immersed in the culture, I think, right? Yeah.
for a long time, I guess.
Yeah.
To be able to,
After just like a week with us, Grant, just managed to do that lah.
Right.
String together sentences quickly. That's the most he managed to do. But he didn't get the last and all that right.
Right,
But anyway.
yeah, man.
Yeah. So yeah. What are we talking about next?
So there was also some things that we were thinking about. Words that actually don't make sense in Singlish, right? So I did some Googling online.
Yeah.
So for example, the word calafate, right? And I never knew. I mean, I knew what it meant, right? So calafate is like
the extras in the film or whatever.
Yeah, in a TV show or film.
Yeah.
Like passerbys or like policemen or something. Calafate. And I just realized that today calafate was first as a Cantonese pronunciation of the word carefree.
Oh.
Yeah.
Calafate.
So like it's used to
I don't know
describe,
Cantonese.
Yeah, I don't. Not Cantonese too. But it used to describe like lazy people who do nothing.
Oh.
So they're carefree, right?
Wow.
Carefree. So for some reason, it got changed to calafate. I don't
Right.
know.
Basically, it means like nonchalant, like very calafate.
Calafate, yeah. And
Like.
yeah.
Like, no, I don't act, I'm not on any production set, Calafate.
It's just interesting how it became calafate.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's a great example of how a dialect, a word in a dialect evolved into Singlish. I guess kind of get assimilated into the Singlish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have any Cantonese like listeners now, like if you know how to pronounce calafate in Cantonese, please tell us.
Calafate,
Yeah, I don't speak Cantonese.
Yeah.
Another word, steady pompipi. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Disclaimer, every time I hear someone say this word, I cringe so hard.
Especially if they're saying it and meaning it, right?
Yeah. Wow, steady pompipi. Yeah. I'm like, oh my god. Like, Like, oh my. I don't know. I just picture like some abing or I don't know. It just makes me cringe so badly.
Pompipi.
Yeah, steady pompipi.
Like,
right?
pompipi. Like, I mean, I get steady. Like, you're solid, right? You're steady, but you're on for it.
Right.
But pompipi is like, where did that come from?
So according to this website, steady. Okay, so like you said, steady means like good and solid. So pompipi was later added for its rhyming effect. Pompipi rhymes with steady, and that's why it works for some reason.
Steady tong sisi also, know?
Oh, for French lah.
Yeah. Steady tong sisi. Or steady tong vivi. Also can what? Why you don't say that?
Right.
Aiyo.
Well, I guess because we're not French.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, but then
that's a good point.
Yeah, so pompipi also refers to the shimmering pom-poms of a cheerleader. Right, so pom and PP, right? PP.
What? A whistle or something?
Yes, exactly.
Huh? Seriously?
Yeah, it's the sound of a whistle blowing. So,
steady pom pee pee. Alright, steady Ready? Okay.
I'm just curious. How does? Okay, I mean, I guess you could just make up words on your own, but how does it catch on and become part of a national phrase where everyone uses this steady pompipi?
But less and less admittedly, right? Like nowadays, I don't know, do you still hear that a lot?
Steady pompipi?
Yeah.
I hear it more like when I was in secondary school primary school maybe. But
maybe steady is quite steady,
yeah.
True.
Yeah, man.
Wow. There's another word which was interesting, like 6:30.
6:30.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, it means to do something kind of like substandard, right? Or like incomplete.
Yeah. So the website says indicates shoddy work or poor attitude, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you went 6:30.
6:30, right? So
it's strange.
Yeah. So
that's really strange.
Example is you won't be able to get that promotion with that 6:30 attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your 6:30 is basically 6:30, right?
Yeah.
Half past 6,
yeah.
right? In terms of time, like, so at 6:30 is when your attitude is the very, very bad attitude.
Yeah, it's at its worst.
That makes sense, right? Because off work already. Wait a minute. But then, not really.
Half past
6. Yeah, maybe it doesn't make sense. But yeah.
It does have a very non-PG origin, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. So okay.
Okay, you can just be objective about it.
I'm going to read what I see on the website now, and this does not reflect any of our opinions. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to read verbatim.
Yeah.
So start the quote, right? So the position of the hands at 6:30, talking about clock now, resembles the droopy angle of flaccid male unmentionables.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So perhaps not by chance, the English word flaccid also means lacking vigor and effectiveness.
Oh.
There we go. So that's what
I learned something new.
I learned something new too. Yeah.
6:30.
But now if
it doesn't have to do the time at all.
Yeah. But then now if anyone mentions, hey, your work very 6:30,
No,
there's only one image that comes to mind.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
Yeah. You say, hey, you don't dirty mind, okay? You know, right? Wow. You very 6:30.
Yeah, so like
like if someone asks you the time and then really it's
6:30.
Oh
my god.
It's really 6:30.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Girl,
And they're in England, that's where they say, you know, 2:15, you know.
It's half past 6.
Or in other words, it's time for flaccid.
It's flaccid time.
It's flaccid time.
Anyway.
What time is it? It's flaccid time. Oh no, that is a bad thing. Hopefully, none of us have flaccid times. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving
Okay.
on. Yeah.
Okay. The other thing that I love and hate at the same time is like. Ma Pang Sai
Alright, so to the uninitiated, what is that even?
Oh, all right. Let me think. It says.
But before I go on, it's actually kind of like a rhyme. Not really a nursery rhyme. It's like
a
song.
like a cheer almost,
maybe.
Where it's kind of like ini mini mini mo, like in Singapore.
Yeah.
Like kids, right? They use that.
Where you want to choose teams or like within a group of friends, like who's in whose team or.
So we go like B and then the last jia is like, oh, that's the guy selected, that kind of thing. Yeah. So translated, is it TTT or PPP again? I don't know.
I've always known it as TTT.
Okay, fine. TTT, it's a salted vegetable spread on bread.
Yeah,
right? Kiam cai cha roti, right? Kiam cai is cha roti is bread.
Yeah.
Roti bo jia, the bread doesn't taste good. Then Ma Pang Sai my grandma takes a poop and then you eat that.
Lets you eat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and kids
actually she gives it to you to eat the right? Yeah. She offers her poop. Yeah. My grandma offers a poop for you to eat.
At least she gives it to you in a respectful manner.
Yeah,
right?
true. Rather than flinging it straight into your face.
Exactly. So yeah. So it's funny that where did it come from and why do kids use that to choose?
Yeah. And these are kids, you know.
Yeah.
Like, do they have grandmoms who give them poop or what? I don't know. Like
as punishment.
I sure hope not. Yeah, as punishment.
You know, maybe because you can't cane your children now.
You have to feed them poop.
You got to feed them poop, lah.
Yeah, I guess because sometimes you need creative alternatives to get your child from point A to point B. Point A being neutral and point B being puking.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So talking about eating, maybe we can segue.
Yeah. Let's segue away from this whole poop business.
Yes.
Yeah. Business. Ooh, I didn't mean that.
Yes, but
intended.
So what's something that you always eat at Christmas? Christmas just passed, right? So what's something that
I always eat?
Yeah. Okay, maybe not you, but most people eat.
Other than Ma Pang Sai.
Well, I don't eat that. I mean, if you do that, that's you.
You don't?
I don't. No.
How you lousy?
Sadly, both my grandmas have passed on, so I don't have.
Sorry. I'm not laughing at that, by the way.
Yeah, I don't have that
privilege
anymore. Well, So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so
What do I normally eat?
Yeah.
Well, I don't normally have turkey. That's for sure.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I've only had turkey once in my life.
Okay, what if it's something sweet
Something sweet.
Yeah. that's mixed with
What about
brandy,
maybe
raisins,
things like a cake?
a cake? Yes.
Dude,
What kind of
what
cake
kind of
do
cake
you eat?
with? Did you say brandy?
Yeah, it's brandy. There's alcohol in it.
Do you mean fruitcake?
Yeah,
Oh.
totally, dude. Fruitcake.
Totally.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, on that note,
On
we're
that
gonna
note-
segue.
We're gonna segue to our next new segment.
All right.
What's it called?
It's called Luan Luan Listen.
Luan Luan Listen. All right.
And it's where we, both of us, listen to a piece of music by a local band.
For now, at least.
Yeah, for now at least. And,
Yeah.
and we, just talk about it and...
Yeah. We will. Obviously, we've never heard these before.
Yeah.
We are also musicians ourselves, so we appreciate music. We would love to, if possible, see how we can criticize. No, I mean break down this
Constructively break down.
constructively break down this
right.
piece.
Yep.
And yeah, so
Yeah, so why?
Well-
I guess why I brought Christmas was because the song we're gonna listen to today or react to is called "Fruitcake" by
Wow.
Subsonic Eye, which is one of the best bands around in Singapore.
Wow.
And so we're gonna listen.
they're one of the best at Scissors Paper Stone, right? Or
Why?
One of the best.
no, wait,
at-
why?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out like what the best, what standard of best. But never mind.
Okay. Yeah, I think they're the best at music.
Best of music.
Best at music,
Okay.
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
okay,
they're
okay.
good at baking too, because the song's called Fruitcake. So.
True. But if you say best, are you perpetuating the comparison culture again? The
Wow.
kiasu culture. Oh,
Wow,
because
you-
now you are going to.
Wow, you
everyone's
just-
going to say, "Hey, what about me?"
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, I guess I see
then how,
one of the best.
Oh,
So
one of-
there's
okay lah.
room for many best.
Everyone is a best.
Correct.
Everyone is a best at it.
Yes.
Or- okay.
Yeah. It's just one. Everyone's just one of the best lah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay lah. Anyway, so all right. So this song is called "Fruitcake" by Subsonic Eye. And we're gonna listen to it and react to it.
Yeah.
So let's
Let's see what we have here. Nice.
She's a train wreck into our teeth. Can't break out again. Well, I don't really see the point. She's a train wreck.
First impressions.
Okay, first impressions. Guitar tone, I love it.
Yeah.
The guitar sounds. I don't know how to describe it, man. It's like.
Yeah, the
almost
tone is.
plastically, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of plastic and in a very shook way. I don't know how to.
Shook plastic.
Shook
Shook plastic, like a brand new Christmas tree. Shook plastic.
Yeah. Your tree plastic.
No,
Not real tree, you
No
don't
lah,
know
no lah.
Heck,
Real
tree
one.
down. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
sorry.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I think it has this, even rhythmically, I don't know if there's such thing, correct me if I'm wrong, like there's this Singaporean kind of
Sound?
sound,
Yeah,
I guess,
one sound, yeah.
where it's I wouldn't say driving, but it's a constant predictable groove thing where it's jing ding 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 ding. Like I think that is quite Singaporean.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we do, and we don't mean this in a bad way, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
We mean that in a sense like this is unique and captures the spirit of the authentic beings of who they are.
Sure.
Yeah. Try to make it sound deep and profound. But
Yes. But yeah, I mean, definitely, I think that really contributes to the Singapore sound. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ding 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 ding
Shook ah,
ding
shook.
ding ding. Quite shook.
Yeah.
It's actually, I don't know, there's a bit of a Strokes-ish thing to me. They do have this Singapore. Maybe Strokes are from Singapore.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know. But let's continue. Let's continue.
Into our teeth. Can't break her again. I don't really see the point. I mean that she's walking like that.
Nice ghost strums there.
But with the devil in her eyes. She's been looking right on lucid.
I love that. I think one thing about that constant thing is that each chord lasts at least 2 bars.
Yeah.
In this case, 4 bars
Yeah.
per chord. Like these long lasting chords. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I really like the vocals. I think she just it complements the music in a way that I feel like it's almost like it's another instrument on its own. I think the melodies that, she chooses, it's obvious. I mean, like, you know, there are bands or artists where you know, okay, the singer's in the forefront, everyone else is kind of like playing music for the singer to sing. But I think in this song and for the other songs that I've heard as well, I think it's definitely not just that, but it's a layer, almost like another instrument, like I said. And I really love it.
Yeah,
I like the way she sings.
On that note about the vocals, I think she has like great control over the way, you know, she has these little vibratos or whatever.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I also love that there's a very kind of a relaxed tone to her voice, like the way she sings. It's just relaxed, and I think that juxtaposes well with quite an energetic. The music's quite energetic.
Is
I mean the drums is got all the ghost notes on the snare and everything like that. Like I think that contrasts really well. As opposed to, you know, really pushing it energetically on all fronts.
Yeah, definitely love it.
This is still the verse, right? I think, or sounds like. Oh, maybe. There's almost a sparkling quality to the guitar tone. In some ways.
I hear it too, mixed really well.
I also like that they do the chord changes on the upbeat, but they anticipate, right? Tension.
Oh, nice.
Nice, a little cut there.
Very, very dancey actually.
Yeah, it's really dancey.
Oh, nice.
Ben, right?
Yeah.
I think just the thing on bands, like I enjoy hearing, well, not just the bands like by Radiohead, but but like bands kind of give a sense of, because harmonically they aren't really, you know, like an auto-tune, like hitting exact notes, right? They're hitting the in-betweens, all the microtones and everything, and then that band just goes. It almost gives a sense of like really, really relaxed. You know. Again, I think it's great because at that point, like I think I don't know what do you call it, a bridge or something. Like it kind of dips energy-wise. It dips, and the guitars are just going. So it adds to that whole almost beach-like relaxation kind of atmosphere. Even though it's still rhythmic, like kind of thing.
So there's still a pulse going on in the back, but the guitars kind of
like soften
relax
it.
And they
really soften it.
It reminds me a lot of I mean that specific guitar band thing that they did reminds me a lot of what's that band, My Bloody Valentine, one of the early shoegaze.
Your buddy named Valentine, is it?
Bloody
oh.
Like where a lot of their songs have that quite constantly, that kind of band. I don't even know what's the music term for it. But, but really, I really enjoy it. There's a term for it.
For now, we just call it the band.
Bandy band. I love it.
But it just softens it. And interspersed with these like nice cuts, right? Like syncopated cuts.
Even the vocals did that too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Very nice.
And I was going to point out about the vocals where basically another part above it, singing the octave above.
Oh yes,
with a hit voice, if I'm not wrong. Let's hear that. Right, there's someone singing with a hit voice. I love that actually. I love that kind of octave kind of sound. And I think by now the drums are just getting a bit more manic. It's
very nice.
Building up that tension. I just love this guitar tone.
Love it, right?
I love the guitar tone.
Figure out how you do it, man. Oh,
And that's it.
love the way they ended it.
Wow, yeah. I was like, I wasn't looking at the, what do you call this thing? The timestamp thing.
The bar.
The time bar
time,
thing. So obviously I wasn't expecting it to end.
Like there and then, right?
Yeah.
But it's so good.
It was almost progressive in its structure. I think not in a like dream theater sense, but in a sense where usually there's a when you write songs, usually there's an like A B C B kind of structure. Like verse chorus verse chorus,
Bridge,
then bridge or whatever. But in this case, like it wasn't very clearly distinguished, and I loved it. I love the ambiguity. Like earlier on I was asking you, are we still in the verse?
Yeah.
And I guess we were. I don't know. Do we even call it a verse? I'll just call it part A.
Part A, yeah.
It almost felt like it went from part A to part B to part C, and then maybe it built out to a final part D or something like that. Yeah. Like in that sense, I thought it was kind of progressive in that, there wasn't that typical form, like A B kind of form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even the way they ended it was just like
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the fore end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is nice because that's where the chord changes had been occurring throughout the song on the fore end, prior to the bar. So yeah, I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Awesome,
Wow.
awesome.
I liked it.
I'll listen to it again later. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely be listening later.
All right. So that was Fruitcake by
That was
Subsonic
Fruitcake.
Eye and Subsonic Eye.
Subsonic.
Subsonic.
It sounds like 濕水 or something. 濕水蟻，有冇搞錯啊你濕水蟻
That's Cantonese, but
Yeah, that's Canto.
Random Cantonese.
Cantonese,
Yeah.
where Calafé came from.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess that's all the time we have for today's episode, right? Yeah.
We had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. We hope you guys, enjoyed us in this pilot episode.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. And so we are on YouTube if you're watching.
YouTube, yeah.
And on
If you didn't know we were on YouTube while you're watching on YouTube,
yes.
you should know by now.
Yeah, and so send us a comment. Let us know what you guys want to listen, what you guys want us to talk about.
Yeah.
If you guys find us interesting enough. So we're on YouTube and Instagram. We are at Luan Luan Lai, LuanLuanLai.sg. So drop us a comment or DM. Just let us know what you guys think. What you guys think is cool that we might explore and try out and react to.
Yeah, we wanna listen to more good music. It doesn't necessarily have to be local music. It's just because we're on we're local in terms of Singaporean local, and so we thought, okay, it'd be appropriate to do that.
Yeah.
And we might, if you have local music to recommend us, please do that. We promise we will not listen to it prior. Yeah.
So thanks for listening, and we'll
Thank
see
you for
guys
Luan
soon.
Luan listening.
And we'll see you guys in an episode sometime soon.
Bye. Acting cool with our little
Don't get excited.
rock on.